Today is Sunday, and this is Holy Communion, the first Sunday, they say. I felt a spiritual need to share this blessing, and I pray that right now that God remove all me out of this message, and that His words and that His Spirit and that His message be received by the people who will listen to me today, because I did not do anything but follow God's instructions and was disciplined to write this, but this is all His words, and I am included in listening to my own self, and I will be encouraged to go back and look at my own video to hear the message that's being said by God, but through me today. Once upon a time in the land of Israel, there lived a man named Jesus. He was no ordinary man. Many believed he was the Son of God. Jesus knew that not everyone believed in him, even among his closest followers, including the 12 disciples. When I run into a lot of people that are my friends, that are from different backgrounds. I have a Jewish friend who I love to this day, who helps me out, gives me money. I have a Muslim friend who I owe money to that doesn't call me and beg or harass me for his money. He still shows me love when he sees me and hugs me to this day. I have atheist friends, and I have Buddhist friends. I have people who believe in other type of religions, and they all are good people that I communicate with, I ask for money from, or give money to, or hang out with. But so this message is to everybody. To me personally, is to the people who actually believe in the Bible. I just want to say that first and foremost. And like including those 12 disciples. One day, Jesus performed 3 incredible miracles. He healed the sick, fed thousands of people with just a few loaves of bread and fish, and even walked on water. These miracles were witnessed by not only his disciples, but also a large crowd of people, right, who had heard of his teachings and powers. I remember the story when the mother asked Jesus to turn the water into wine in front of 5,000 people or more. Or how about in John 5:3, right? It says here, a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been invalid for 38 years. Wow. However, despite witnessing these incredible acts, many people still struggle to believe that Jesus was truly the Son of God. They had been taught about the teachings of Moses and even compared Jesus to the miracles performed in the past. Some even criticized him performing miracles on the Sabbath, which was seen as a violation of religious law. Ooh, violations. Among the disciples, there was one named Thomas, who had walked with Jesus from the very beginning. He had seen the miracles, heard the teachings, and yet he doubted. Thomas may have been influenced by the skepticisms of others, or overwhelmed by the Roman Empire's oppression that made people yearn for freedom and change. But there was another factor at play. Jesus knew that many were drawn to him not because they truly believed in his divine nature, but because they were benefiting from the miracles and teachings. They were like an entourage or groupies, enjoying the attention and perks that came alongside associated with Jesus. I too was a part of Cash Money and Rough Riders tour, and also associated with DMX, Dragon, and Eve through the Rough Riders tour. Sorry about that. At least you know this is live. I was associated with that tour, and I also remember being a part of the artists and the entourage. I was a entourage dude. I benefit from those perks that came with being in the music business. So I understand how Jesus might have felt now when the artist could have been Jesus, and I didn't have his same goal or purpose. I was just there to get the perks that he was giving out, which was the fame, the girls, the money, and all the claim. That's all. But I didn't do anything. I didn't rhyme. I didn't write. You know what I mean? Just as in our world today, like me, where people surround themselves with celebrities to bask in their fame. These disciples were happy to be around Jesus, even if they didn't fully believe in his mission. They enjoyed the comforts and recognition that came with being part of the entourage. I did that. Now, let's get serious. Jesus could sense the insecurity and lack of true faith among his followers. He recognized that they were there for various reasons, not solely out of genuine belief. Yet, he also knew that God had a purpose for each person in his life, even those who doubted. In the Bible, Jesus acknowledged that no one could come to him unless God enables them. He understood that some of the people around him were there because God had placed them in his path, regardless of their doubts or motivations. Do you have people around you like that? So Jesus continued his journey performing miracles and teaching, even though many who walk with him struggle to fully believe. Are you still moving forward though? He knew that faith would come in different ways and different times for each person. Do you feel that way about your people? As we reflect on the story of Jesus and his disciples, can we see the parallels of our own lives? Sometimes we find ourselves working or being around people for reasons other than shared beliefs or visions. It's important to remember that God can use these relationships for a greater purpose, even if those around you don't fully believe or understand. Just like the disciples who witnessed countless miracles and still had doubts, we may encounter people who doubt our own abilities or purpose. But it's crucial to trust in God's plan and remain steadfast in our faith, knowing that he has placed those individuals in our lives for a reason. In the end, the story of Jesus and his disciples teaches us that belief and faith comes in various forms. It reminds us to have patience, understanding, knowing that everyone's journey towards belief is unique, like our fingerprints. That God works through even the most doubtful hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, children of the Most High, today I want to share a powerful lesson with all of you, believers in the Bible, regardless of your specific faith and traditions. This lesson stems from the words of Thomas, one of the disciples of Jesus who doubts and struggles, echoes the doubts we sometimes face in our own lives. In the Gospel of John, Thomas expresses his disbelief, stating, "Unless I see, I will not believe." Now, this sentiment may resonate with some individuals in our modern world who still go to church or believe in Jesus. It's natural to question and still seek tangible evidence when confronted with the matter of faith. Ask me if I believe in UFOs, and what I would say, I need to see to believe. However, I want to draw your attention to the remarkable position we find ourselves in today. Thomas, who had the privilege of walking and learning directly from Jesus, should have been the most convinced among us. Yet, he still struggled to believe without seeing with his own eyes. This realization leads us to a powerful truth. Those of us who believe despite not having physically witnessed Jesus' miracles, the conviction, and are truly blessed. We are truly blessed. We are, because Jesus himself acknowledged this when he said to Thomas, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." As the song says, "I have not seen, but I yet believe." You, my fellow believers, possess a unique strength and power. Your faith grants you the ability to rebuke and remove